Three men are thrown into a blazing furnace, but what happens next will shock a king and echo through history. The story begins with King Nebuchadnezzar, ruler of Babylon, who commands absolute power. He builds a colossal golden statue, 90 feet tall, 9 feet wide, meant to display his glory to the world. The statue stands on the plain of Dura, visible for miles, a symbol of the king's authority. Nebuchadnezzar gathers all his officials and leaders for its dedication. A royal herald announces the king's command. When you hear the music, fall down and worship the golden image. The penalty for disobedience is immediate and terrifying. Anyone who refuses will be thrown into a blazing furnace. The crowd, a sea of people from every nation, waits in tense silence. The king demands not just obedience, but total devotion. The music begins, echoing across the plain. The people bow, faces to the ground, worshiping the statue. But this is more than a story about a furnace. It's about a faith that cannot be burned. The king's command sets the stage for a test of courage and conviction. In the shadow of the golden statue, a choice must be made: bow to the king or stand for something greater. The furnace awaits those who dare to defy. Among the officials are three young Hebrews, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, men of integrity, loyal to their God above all. As the music plays and the crowd bows, these three remain standing, refusing to worship the golden image. Their silent defiance is quickly noticed by jealous advisors who rush to report them to the king. "O king, you commanded all to worship the statue, but these men refuse. They do not serve your gods." Nebuchadnezzar, furious, summons the three and gives them one last chance: bow or be thrown into the furnace. Calm and unwavering, they reply, "O Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves. If we are thrown into the fire, our God is able to deliver us. But even if he does not, we will not serve your gods or worship your image." Their faith is unbreakable, their courage unshaken. The king's anger burns hotter than the furnace itself. The crowd watches, stunned by their boldness. The three men stand alone, but not afraid. Their answer is clear: they will not bow, no matter the cost. The king's command is absolute, but their faith is stronger. The moment is tense, defiance in the face of death. The king's fury grows, and the fate of the three is sealed. The furnace is prepared for a terrible punishment. The test of faith is about to reach its fiery climax. Nebuchadnezzar's rage explodes. He orders the furnace heated 7 times hotter than usual. The strongest soldiers bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, leading them to the inferno. The flames roar, the heat unbearable even from a distance. The king wants to make an example of them. No one will dare defy him again. As the soldiers throw the three men into the furnace, the flames leap out, killing the very men who carried out the order. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego fall into the heart of the fire, bound and seemingly doomed. The crowd recoils in horror at the deadly heat. The king watches, expecting instant destruction. The furnace, meant to enforce fear, now holds the fate of 3 faithful men. The world holds its breath, waiting for the fire's verdict. Nebuchadnezzar stares into the furnace and is stunned. "Weren't there 3 men we threw in?" he asks. "But I see 4, walking unbound in the fire, unharmed. The 4th looks like a son of the gods." Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego are untouched by the flames. Only their ropes are gone. A divine figure walks with them, radiant and powerful, turning the furnace into a place of protection. The king and his officials are speechless at the miracle before them. The fire, meant for destruction, becomes a stage for deliverance. God's presence is undeniable. He is with them in the fire. The 3 men are not just surviving, they are walking in freedom. The king's power is eclipsed by a greater authority. The miracle is witnessed by all. Faith has triumphed over fear. The story of the furnace is forever changed. Humbled, Nebuchadnezzar calls out, "Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out!" The 3 men step from the furnace, completely unharmed. No burns, not even the smell of smoke. The officials gather, amazed at the miracle. The king proclaims, "Praise be to the God who rescued his servants. They trusted him and defied my command, willing to give their lives rather than worship any other god." Nebuchadnezzar issues a new decree: no one may speak against the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. The 3 are promoted, honored for their faith. The king's heart is changed by what he has seen. The story ends not in ashes, but in a declaration of faith and freedom. True faith stands firm, even in the hottest fire.